Garage Matters. Today we'll be doing a review on a 2017 Volkswagen Golf GTI. Now we'll go ahead and do a quick walk around on this vehicle, like the GTI badging, like the wheels, more GTI badging here. These looks like 18-inch rims, like the 5-door hatch. Now these hatches, a lot of times you hear them called as hot hatches. Now it's 2025, but it seems like there's still a lot of hot hatches around, so this car is still relevant in 2025. Now let's take a closer look at these headlights right here. These headlights, I really like these headlights. These headlights, they are projector style headlights, so they're gonna help create that nice white light when you're driving at night. We'll go ahead and take a look at the front of this vehicle. Now this grille right here, I really like the styling of this grille right here, but there's something hiding behind here, so we're gonna take a closer look. Now back behind here, you have your air-to-air intercooler. This is for the car's turbo system. I really like how Volkswagen hid it behind this grille right here, because you can barely tell that is here, but this car does come turbocharged. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of this bumper. Now this bumper right here, it does have some really cool aerodynamics going on right here. I really like these aerodynamics. It adds a really nice touch to this car. Now let's go ahead and take a hop inside this engine bay and see what's going on in here. So this engine's a turbocharged engine. It's a 2.0 liter and it makes roughly around 210 horsepower. Now let's see if we could figure out how this turbo system works out really quick. So here, I know this is the air filter right here. So it looks like it's drawing air from, looks like right here. So this air box is connected to this front air scoop right here. So take a look right here real quick. So it's blocked off right here, so I'm gonna come around here. Now you can barely see it, but there's a little opening back behind here. So it looks like air is drawn through this little opening back behind here. Then it goes to the air box right here. Gets sucked into the cold side of the turbo right here. And then it comes back through here to this piping right here, and then it's gonna come over here. This piping comes down here, and it goes down into here, and then out to the intercooler right here to get cooled down. So it's gonna come through the intercooler, and it's gonna come back out the intercooler on this side right here, and then it's gonna come under here, and then come back up to here, right into here to the throttle body right here, and then it's gonna come into the intake manifold right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it's gonna go into the engine, the head right here, and start making that horsepower. Now let's take a look at this yellow dipstick right here. This is for your oil, so you can still check your oil level. Now some modern vehicles don't even have this oil dipstick no more. They have an oil indicator on the dash. So we'll pull this out, take a look at it. Now the reason why I like having a dipstick is because you can still check the color of your oil. So this oil right here is still nice and clean right here. It's not black, so I know that it's still good. And being able to touch the oil like this, I can check the viscosity of this oil. Not only that, but just by smelling it, you can smell this oil still good. So sometimes the touch and the smell can tell you so much about what's going on inside that motor. But we'll go ahead and put this dipstick back in here. Let's put it back in just like this. Now this bubble right here, this is for your coolant level. So there's a minimum level right here and a maximum. So it's right in the middle, so I know that the coolant for this engine is good. Now I've never really seen a reservoir like this before, but I guess on these Volkswagens, these newer ones, there's not a radiator cap up here. So they keep it right here. So if you ever need to check your coolant, you can check it right here. And then down here, this is where your serpentine belt's at. So if you need to change out your serpentine belt, it's down here. So what I'm looking for is any more reservoirs. So I don't see a power steering reservoir. So it looks like the power steering is all electric. We'll come over here. This is where your windshield wiper reservoir is at. So if you need to top that off, it's right here. And then it looks like this last reservoir is for your brake fluid right here. So if you need to check your brake fluid, just check it right here. And now let's go ahead and work our way inside this vehicle. Go ahead and open up this door. And I really like this interior. So this interior, it reminds me of a flannel t-shirt right here. So I really love this design right here. Not sure if all GTIs come with the same design right here, but I'm really digging it. Now let's talk about these seat controls right here real quick. This is for your lumbar support. This lever right here is to raise the seat up and down. This lever right here is to recline the seat. And then to move the seat forward and back, there's a manual lever down here. You just pull on it to move the seat back. Now, I really like the seat. It has plenty of adjustment, but the only thing I wish it would have done was, instead of giving us just one electronic control, they should have made all these controls right here all electronic. And then down here, since this is an automatic transmission, all we have is just a brake and a gas pedal. Come back to this door panel real quick. So on this door panel, this is a really nice door panel. So when you're driving at night and you have the lights turned on, this red strip right here actually illuminates at night. So we'll go ahead and turn this garage lighting off, and then we'll turn on the lights here in a little bit so I can show you guys this red illumination, because it really gives the car a really nice touch, and I'm really digging it. These are for your windows controls right here. So you got your back windows, front windows, and right here is your door locks, and then this little knob right here is to adjust your mirrors right here. Now here we have our steering wheels. Now on the steering wheel, we have a cruise control on this side right here. Over here is for our phone and radio, volume buttons over here. Here we have our light switches right here. And then here is a minus sign, and over here is a plus sign. So this car does have paddle shifters, so you can manually change the gears on the fly with these paddle shifters right here. Here we have our tachometer. It goes up to 6,000 red line. Right here we have our engine temperature. Over here is a dual gauge setup. So on the inside we have kilometers per hour, and then on the outside we have miles per hour. Then inside this gauge right here is our gas gauge. And we'll go ahead and move over here. So over here we have our infotainment center. So this is a nice 6.5 inch screen right here. So here, this car does have heated seats. And then these knobs down here are for your climate control. Here you have your shifter right here. Park, reverse, neutral, and drive. Here you have your different drive modes. So we do have a normal drive mode and a sport mode. Down here, traction control button right here. We do have a real manual e-brake right here, which I really love. And then here, 12-volt outlet, but we use it for charging. And then to start this car, it is a push button start right here. So right here, you just gotta push this button. So I'm just gonna tap it just once to turn on the accessories, but not the engine. And we'll take a look at this infotainment center real quick. Now with this up and running, is letting me know that my doors are open. So the hood and trunk lid is open. It's telling me to check the center MFD. So right here, my door's open, and it's letting me know that my hood's open. So both things are open. But since this is a GTI, I just want to show you guys something real quick. So we're going to come into here and click on sport right here, and now it's going to give me a performance monitor. So down here, I'm going to go into change our drive modes right here. So I'm going to press this button, and I'm going to select sport mode right here. And these gauges, they'll appear regardless of whatever mode you're on. But this performance indicator is pretty cool. So right here, we have our accelerometer, but I don't want to look at my accelerometer. I'm just going to press this down button to scroll through these options right here. I want to display my boost. So I want to know how much boost I'm running. This one, we'll just, well, I guess we're going to display boost again. And then this last one, we can display boost or oil temp. Let's go to kW for how much kilowatts the engine's producing. And then this middle one, we'll just leave it on. I guess we can just leave it on the accelerometer to see how many G's this car can pull. Now, another cool feature about this performance monitor is that once you scroll to the next screen right here, it also has a built-in lap timer. Now let's see how much visibility this car has. Now we're gonna turn this camera around, check back here. So when I'm looking back here, it looks like I got plenty of visibility in the back, and it looks like my blind spot is not bad. So plenty of visibility when I'm looking through the back of this car right here to make sure that there's not a car in my blind spot. Now let's check out the back seat. Now this back seat, we'll see how much legroom there is. But this side, well, obviously you can fit a baby seat in here. So you can fit a baby seat in here. So we'll go ahead, go to the other side real quick. So now this other side, I'm gonna take a seat down here. See how much legroom I got in here. So on this back seat right here, so this seat's all the way back, so I've got that much legroom back here. So plenty of legroom back here. It does have these vents back here, so it does give you a little creature comfort back here as well too. And that is pretty much it for these back seats right here. So we'll go ahead and pop this trunk. So this trunk right here, it's pretty cool actually. The way you open it is you just push this button right here. So this badging right here, this Volkswagen badge, you just push it up like this and it unlocks it. And then you stick your hand down here, pull it up, and that's how you open up this rear trunk. Now trunk space back here, I already went ahead and took the liberty to fit my luggage back here. So these are 3 carry-ons. So it looks like it's gonna fit 3 carry-ons just fine, like this. 1, 2, 3. And then this space over here, maybe you could fit 1 more carry-on back here. So if you go like that, looks like you might be able to fit 4 carry-ons back behind here. But we'll go ahead and take all these carry-ons out. If you got big luggage, it's not gonna fit in here. Let's turn it sideways and see if it's gonna fit in here. So you can only fit 1 big luggage in here. That's all you're gonna be able to fit in here. So you're taking this car on a road trip or taking it to the airport, 1 big luggage, 4 little carry-ons in the back. But if you just traveling by yourself, you can stick all your luggage back in the back seats right there. There's plenty of space back behind there. And to close this lift gate, you're just gonna reach your hand and pull it down like this. So it does have the nice GTI badge in red, so it lets you know that this is one of the top tier trim levels. So it looks like this exhaust right here, so it's a single pipe that comes from the exhaust headers down to this muffler, and then the 2 pipes for the tips comes out right here and right here. Now let's go ahead and work our way around this vehicle on these back wheels right here. So we haven't talked about the wheel and tire combination. So these tires right here, they're 225s by 40 series, and they're 18-inch rims right here. So these braking system right here, so these are some pretty large brakes for this vehicle. So I was driving this car earlier and I noticed that these brakes, they're super sensitive. Now that I'm looking at these brakes, these are pretty big brake pads right here. So I like that these brake pads, these calipers are painted red already. But these Volkswagen, seems like all of these German cars right here, these are not lug nuts. These are actually studs, and if you look real closely, you gotta have a special key to take out these studs right here. Now let's go ahead and move over to the front wheels right here. See what's different about these front wheels. And these front wheels, same size as the back, but on the calipers, these calipers do say GTI on it. So having the red calipers and GTI painted on there really gives this wheel and tire combination a really nice touch. And then when you see that red, that's just a cherry on top. Well, alright, we got the garage lights turned off. I'm gonna swing around and show you guys what the interior of this vehicle looks like when it's dark. I'm standing to the rear left of this car right now. So looking back into this vehicle, it looks like we have some red illuminated lights on the door, down here in the door sill right here. And then over there, the passenger side door, that's also illuminated as well. Take a closer look at the driver's seating position. Now, looks like this car is saying, hey, go ahead and come on and take a seat and take me for a test drive. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and hop in this vehicle right now, buckle up, start this car up, open up the garage, and go do a road test. Now with the car on the road, I can say that the ride is really comfortable. I'm currently driving in sport mode. I wanna see how much power this car has. But regardless, these seats right here, take a look at this side bolstering right here. This side bolstering is really aggressive. It's pretty aggressive, and I really like it. Moving like this, it definitely holds me in place. Now, as far as the steering, since the steering's all electric, it's not too light. It feels just right. So I'm in sport mode, so maybe that has something to do with the steering. So the steering feels really good. It's not too heavy, not too light. It's just right for me. Alright, so we're getting ready to hit the on-ramp on the interstate. We'll give it a little gas and see how much boost she makes, and see how noisy this engine is. Alright, so the car is up to the speed limit. It didn't take that long. Doing 75 and 75. The good thing about living in Texas, that the speed limits, they're pretty high. So overall, the power delivery and this transmission, this pretty good power delivery. I didn't notice any hesitation with the transmission. The transmission moved perfectly, as smooth as butter. So even though this car is in a manual transmission, I really like just being able to not have to focus on stepping in the clutch or move my hands to move the gear shifter. It's a nice little refreshing touch, I guess you can say. But sometimes these automatic transmissions, even though you don't get that feeling of shifting the gears manually, the transition and the power delivery is sometimes better because it's just instant. This is a really good transmission in this GTI. Alright, so we're doing about 58. We're gonna take a look at the performance monitor and see how much boost she makes. Alright, so she looks like she makes around 30 pounds of boost at max. Alright, so we're gonna go underneath this underpass, and since it's an automatic transmission, I can't rev it up, but I'll just step on the gas a little. Alright, and that's what she sounds like. Alright, it's time to hit the interstate and take this GTI back home. So, do a little test hit right here. Alright, not bad at all. This car definitely has a lot of power for being a GTI. It's smooth power delivery, and once again, the transmission is smooth as butter. So we're coming up alongside this 18-wheeler, and we'll see how she does. So just passing this 18-wheeler right here, and as far as the wind pushing me around, I don't feel that wind coming off that 18-wheeler push me around on the interstate. So as far as highway driving on the interstate, car handled it just fine. With the car back in the garage, we'll take a look at the driving data. So in sport mode, I drove 14 miles, about 23 minutes, and I averaged around 27 miles per gallon, just doing what I did. So as far as highway driving, it looks like this vehicle is going to get around 27 miles per gallon, which is really good for a little hot hatch that's going to give you some fun. And that's going to do it this time for Garage Matters. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and join us next time on Garage Matters.